Katie here, aka Lady Wet Shaver. What's up, everybody? Today, in the second day of my birthday month, March, I am shaving with a new arrival for me in my den, and that's Elysian or Elysian Royal Milk Tea. And I love Shannon's stuff. I think it's fantastic, and off the tub, I get these very fresh, a little bit foresty. Definitely smell the tea. That's the herbalness I'm smelling. Anyway, it's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna scoop that with my Shave Tech scoop here. Today I am shaving with my monogrammed Timeless stainless steel razor with the 0.95 millimeter gap or exposure with a barber pole 4-inch handle. I'm going to load it with a blade on camera here today. I've got towels down just to help protect the stainless. And here I'll do my customary careful wet hands blade unwrap that I usually don't do this on camera, but this is a Gillette Perma-Sharp, obviously a new one. Oh, there's a lot of, that's why I do it when my hands are dry. It leaves not only some wax, but sometimes some paper behind if you get your hands get a little moist. Put that there. Kind of hold it down in the center until I can get the cap on. Do that, hold it steady, and screw it on. I haven't cut myself that way with a blade yet, but I've cut myself in other ways, so. Anyway, that's ready to go. I love the stainless barber pole handle, and I like the scallop, but it is a high polished, very smooth finish, and this is an extremely heavy razor. It's the heaviest razor I own. And I think it's 144 grams, or maybe it's 104, but it's pretty heavy. I weighed it on the scale at some point, and it's definitely the heaviest one I own. Today I am whipping up this lather with an AKA Dough Man, the Regla. Oh, I'm probably mangling that name. They'd be mad at me. They're at the razor company. I haven't used this one for a while. This is a beautiful blue and gold, 26 millimeter with a nice, pretty well opened up at this point, Dough Man fan knot. And it's one of my favorites in my brand new AKA brush soaking mug. So fitting. And I'll be using a little Pro Raso pre-shave today in the blue flavor to use up some extra of the non-white, the other Pro Rasos I have. And I'll be whipping that up in this beautiful kind of matching the blue, the royal blue and indigo on this label. I really like these labels. They're very classy. And the blue on this one stood out to me, so I figured to match it with blue. And I think I managed to do all right with my brush and my bowl. Matchy, matchy. Royal Milk Tea from Elysian. I've just gotten it into the bowl. It's going to sit there for a second or two, blooming, although it probably doesn't really need that. It's definitely not as soft as McDuff soap, for example. So a lot of times with soaps like that, I let them bloom for a little bit. Meantime, I can get some pre-shave going here. Do that. Bring my AKA brush out of my AKA soaker mug. There's quite a bit of moisture left in here and a little bit in the bottom. And that's fine because there's a lot of soap in there, as you can see. And it starts building a foaminess right away. Way quicker than 30 seconds or I would put this at a fairly light scent strength once it's lathered anyway, which is fine. It's kind of delicate. Now I really get the tea. It smells a little more tea and less floral now. Super pleasant. A good start there for enough for a 2-pass on one of my legs. Okay. Let's do it up. Wow. It's great leather. This brush feels wonderful. It feels kind of scritchy, which on my legs is fine. Not in a bad way. It's pillowy, and yet I can tell that it's kind of exfoliating. There we go. Oops, sorry about that. Boy, that's great. That is wonderful. Just like yogurt. All right, don't want it to dry out too much, so stick to it. Oh, I like that audible. The Timeless is such a heavy razor that I'm being very careful not to, I'm just gliding it along, and its finish lets that happen, and its weight keeps it in contact with my skin. It can feel kind of head heavy because it's such a beast. Nice leather. Oop. Not a lot of residual slickness right there. Little tiny nick. Tops of the shins are notorious for that because there's no cushion between. Nice and smooth though. It's been just a minute that I haven't shaved with this razor, so it's kind of nice to experience it again. That's what's fun about rotating razors. You know, it's, I don't necessarily want to have the same experience every time, even if that experience is, you know, good. So I did get a little nick right here. tea. Very nice. Very good protective lather. I would classify the scent a little on the light side, but that being said, it's delicious. So glad I got the set and would totally recommend that. Now I'm going to warm back up.